Bloop, 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 bloop. I can't.
What's up, fudge packers?
I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
Oh, sorry. She's still putting her headphones on.
I was trying to wear them upside down like you because I thought it would be more comfortable, but I don't have the necessary attributes to keep them on.
Yeah, I believe the term you used just now before we turned the mic on was, I'm not fat enough for this.
I did say that. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I mean,
So.
And I think she might have been implying that her husband is fat.
Is that what you felt? Anyways, I think we can.
I'm
moving on.
I'm so fat that
You're a dense boy.
That's
the thing.
I'm a level 35 thick boy.
He is a thick boy. It's true.
Yes, I'm comfortable with this fact.
Yeah. Everybody like out in the comments was like clenched. They're like, "Oh no. Are mommy and daddy about to fight?"
Mommy called daddy fat. Yeah, daddy would be offended about that if he didn't already come to peace with the terms with the fact that he weighs 300 pounds.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
I carry it well, though.
You do. And carry it incredibly well. We came back from our break, and we had told the friendlies that we would come back when we knew what we were doing. We lied.
Oh.
That was a lie.
We were supposed to know what we're doing before we come back?
We were supposed to know.
Dang it. Should we just pause and go figure out what we're doing?
Yeah.
All right.
Pause the episode.
Wait, can we do that?
I'm pausing the episode in my brain.
We're pausing the episode. And we're back.
And we are for the second time. We're back.
Yeah, we actually just lost probably like 15 minutes of footage.
Yeah, so we got back to this Venus lighthouse, the first one, to be able to progress.
We just did a bunch of puzzle solving, having hit record, but apparently it didn't record.
It like just didn't work out for us. So I have the carry stone.
Man,
what else did we do?
I used to be in the habit of having a backup recording here, and I haven't been doing it. If we had that, we could have salvaged it.
Well, but we didn't have any footage to we didn't have any gameplay.
I know, but I would have liked to have that audio.
It was good audio, guys. I'm so sorry you missed it, but now we can at least move forward in this lighthouse, I guess. That's the silver lining. Do I know where I'm going? I don't know where. So there's this room. This guy's like, "Hey, Cradden went and touched some stuff over there." So now we're gonna go touch some stuff.
As Cradden is apt to do.
Grabbing ankles. No big deal. But yeah, that was such a good rant. Such great conversations.
I just talked about food for like 15 minutes.
All these things I was going to put in I was like, oh, check out this video, check out that video. Like, it'll be in the description. Now none of that is actually applicable.
Yeah.
Unless you, it's so hard because when you lose stuff like that, I know you think it's like, oh, I'll just say all of that over again. It's like, I mean, you could. You could re-rant, but all of the emotional energy was kind of expended in the first.
I can try. I can try. First of all, I don't even know how we got onto the topic of food.
Well, because I was talking about McDonald's. Because I called you fat. That was actually the impetus for all of that conversation.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I mean, it's not untrue. It's just you're a dense boy.
I'm very dense.
Yeah.
But only in one way.
Yeah, no, you're actually very smart. So for that I am very thankful.
So anyway, I guess she's sealed.
She's bound,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, they do
That's
that.
Fine.
Well, okay, so I guess the food rant was kind of so we were talking about we were talking about freaking the freaking McDonald's thing.
The freaking McDonald's thing.
Well, I guess we gotta revisit that.
Yeah,
since that was lost. So you were talking about the video that came out hang on, let me pull up my phone.
Yeah.
This guy, Johnny Harris.
Johnny Harris.
It's the real reason McDonald's ice cream machines are always broken.
It's insane. It will be in the description. You have to watch it just because I'm such a huge McDonald's fangirl. And I was like, ooh, I don't want to give it away, but it's like, that's probably what's happening.
Yeah, and then that kind of got us, excuse me, that kind of got us onto this whole idea of like, well, you know, business was done a different way back in the day.
Absolutely.
And like the stuff you find out about in the video is really kind of a relic of that.
Yeah, and that's why it's so believable. Is because it's like, yeah, that's just kind of how it's not really done that way anymore. Business shouldn't be done certain ways anymore.
It would likely not be done that way if you were like starting now.
Yeah.
But you know, business was done, and you know, when I say that way, I don't want to ruin the video, but it's like there's kind of some just shady stuff going on. Like, you know, some you might say, I don't know, collusion of a kind. People keeping not really anybody's best interest in mind, except just kind of like staying in control.
Yeah.
Like just, yeah.
Status quo.
Yeah. Anyway, you know, kind of the deep state of fast food. I don't know. But, oh, hello.
Oh, keep talking. I'll take care of this.
So anyway, we were talking about that. Definitely go watch this video. If we think of it, we'll put it in the description on the ice cream machines. But like, and we were just talking about how, you know, things just really worked differently with kind of a lot of these, you know, almost like robber baron types back in the day. Oh my, that looked painful.
That was traumatic.
And just some of the crazy crap that went on back then. So, for example, okay, and then we kind of got, so like we were talking about how, so like the Heinz ketchup guy, the guy who invented Heinz ketchup, I think it was Harold Heinz. He, you know, just when his competitors had, oh, well, that was neat. Sorry, keep on getting derailed by the game
because it's like, ooh. Yeah.
But, puzzles. So like he had a bunch of competitors pop up, and in order to deal with them, he literally like Heinz. The whole thing with Heinz was it came in these clear glass bottles, and nothing else really did at the time.
Because it's quality you can see.
Yeah, and so in order to deal with his competitors, he literally bought all of the clear glass bottles in the city. And in order to prevent them from having them. And then the ones he couldn't use, he floated out into the river on a barge and sank the barge.
Oh, what a badass.
Right?
I mean, it's like, oh, that's kind of shady, kind of a dick move, and it's like, I don't know, man.
Well, like, my point is just like things were kind of nuts back then.
Yeah.
And then we were talking about, we were also, and we kind of got onto this whole topic of like how good we have things now, even though people like to complain a lot because, I don't know, if you. Just you know, kind of the whole mentality that like JP Sears makes fun of, like the whole you know, I don't eat this or I don't eat that, and you know, processed foods are bad, are you know, everything is bad. Like,
right, if it's not organic and farm to table, it's not worth having.
Right. So like, and if you want to think that, like, that's fine, but the whole rant that I was kind of going on was just like, you need to understand your history. And so like, yes, maybe you know, maybe having like farm fresh produce is better than something processed. That's probably that's true.
Yeah.
But you need to understand what this processed food has done for us. And like before you hold that opinion and, you know, just basically go hating on a bunch of stuff and saying that it's killing you, you need to understand that like people used to live to be in their 30s.
Yeah.
And
had stomach issues out both ends.
Everyone had stomach issues. Like, and the reason for that was everything was horrible back then with food. And so, if you lived in the city, meat would get kind of shipped in and chopped up, and by the time you bought it, and like, believe it or not, you might not even believe this these days, but like, you would maybe be buying like, several day old meat.
Yeah.
Unrefrigerated.
Ugh.
Sitting out in the heat. Now you're saying that's impossible. You couldn't possibly eat that. You could tell from the smell that it had gone bad. Yeah, you could. In fact,
which is why
that is why ketchup was invented. But before the tomato ketchup, there was this fish sauce,
pickled fish
sauce called catsup. That basically, because people would have to choke down rancid meat so often, they had this fish sauce that would help mask the horrible odor of the rotten meat that they were eating. Like, this is dead serious. That is what things used to be like, not what you think they used to be like. And so, and that sauce had horrible stuff in it because everything was horrible. So, that sauce would be filled out with, sawdust and whatever was cheap to put that they could cut it with in order to make it a little cheaper to make. And so, Heinz came along and made a tomato version of it that would, again, mask the smell of all this, meat that nobody should be eating. And he wanted to communicate that he had a quality product, so he put it in a clear glass bottle.
It's really quite genius, actually.
But, things like frozen food, things like processed and preserved food, you really should understand what these things have done for us before you go on your little hippie diatribe about
diet tribe.
Yeah.
You see what I did there?
I do. It was cute. But before you go, complaining about, things like frozen and processed foods, you really need to understand like what they have done for us and how much they have increased our lifespan and our quality of life, by being able to feed the masses, maybe not like the most nutritionally dense things, but being able to feed the masses like not ridiculously harmful, unsafe things. And that's just, like you'd still probably be living 10 years less if we didn't have these things, if these things had never been invented.
Yeah.
And so that's my TED Talk. And here we are at the Busty Goddess.
Took me way too long to figure out what the heck I was supposed to do with her.
Yeah, right? That was weird.
Oh.
I don't really understand
this
most
puzzle
of what's going on here, but you seem to have figured it out.
It's curious. So there was that room in Baby's lighthouse that mirrored this one. So we had to come back here in order to somehow illuminate the way forward. So we need to remember this.
Okay. So yeah,
pattern.
This is one
somehow
route.
Which is good because we were out of PP. We're gonna we're gonna retreat out of here.
Picture of that?
Sure. That'd be super useful.
Ghoulie boy.
Get out of here, Ghoulie boy.
All right.
Ghoulie boy, more like Drooly.
Photo.
Drooly boy. Wait, was he looking at the camera? You gotta make sure his eyes weren't closed.
Seriously? We're good.
Sorry, it's fine. It's fine. Wow. I love how walking around restores PP because otherwise we'd be so boned.
Well, I hope you enjoyed hearing my food rant twice.
I did.
It was probably much better the first time since it was more off the cuff.
Yeah. Well, remind me again the name of the show that you're watching, like on Hulu.
Yeah, there's this show called The Food That Made America.
Food That Made America.
And that's where I'm getting a lot of this stuff.
Like,
and it's really interesting.
You were telling me, you're like, I could definitely see myself being into food history.
Yeah, much more so than regular history.
Because it's so fascinating. It's why I like shows.
Man. It's
like Food Theorist and
yeah.
this, although I haven't gotten to see as much of it.
Yeah, it's just you learn about some really crazy stuff and like these feuds that, I mean, we don't really have that many good feuds anymore. I guess maybe you could consider like the political scene kind of a feud, but not really in the, like, you don't really have like the individual feuds that you used to.
Yeah.
Things are far more civilized.
Well, now it's just like, oh, which is better, McDonald's or Burger King or whatever, Dairy Queen, Wendy's. I don't know. Like, people have their alliances, but they don't necessarily. Oh, wait. We have a lift now. I can go solve that one puzzle. That one puzzle from the one time?
Oh, yeah.
Over here?
I remember.
With my brain? I remember with my brain.
I remember Barry.
Do you remember Barry?
I remember Barry.
Oh, good. Okay. Wait, go wait. We actually have to do a couple of things.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to get it over here. We need to move it up. And then we need to lift. That's the wrong one. Yes, little fairy, do your magic dance.
Bless that rock.
Bless that titanium block. That's really way too nice to be in this game. Does not really fit aesthetically. And of course, Garrett would have carry because he also has lift. Because he's the strong boy.
Mm-hmm.
It's thematic. I didn't plan it that way. I think Isaac was just full on inventory, so.
I hope it's good.
Ooh, lucky pepper.
It's one of our stat raising items.
One of the stat raising
Doesn't help us with our sandwich, unfortunately.
Well, because we have our bread, we have cookies. We really got to use some of this stuff at some point.
Well, you can use everything except the PB&J ingredients.
Boost the luck.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I want to give it to Garrett. Garrett.
You do what you got to do.
Oh man, because here's the thing. I don't care. I don't care about min-maxing. I care about themes.
Please, then. Garrett should be lucky since he's so dumb.
I know. Well, it's, idiots don't catch colds, I guess. So, all right, we have to figure out how to get back down to the basement.
We just want things to be, realistic and, like if you're gonna be dumb, you got to be tough. And
or lucky.
Garrett is tough. Look at that 426 HP.
He is a beefy. He definitely don't need no bread.
Yeah.
Whereas Ivan might need to eat this peanut butter sandwich.
And he also has the dumb luck. So.
I think it's a fun one.
I think it's better to be lucky than to be skilled any day.
You think so?
Oh yes. I don't know if you've tried both, but the luck is far more fun.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, with the candle.
Oh.
Not the candle.
You've got an expiration date on it.
Boy.
Not unlike the unprocessed foods from
the deli meats.
From ages
yore.
Ages yore.
Ages yore? That's not how that word works.
You want to bet?
Ages past.
Ages from. I'm not okay.
Yore?
You know what? I'm not. YORE.
Yeah, no, I know, but like, use it in a regular sentence.
Let me Google this. What does yore actually mean?
Like.
Or what is the correct context of
something
using the word yore?
I know,
it's
I
like
can't.
Of yore, times of yore.
I literally cannot think of like the normal circumstance in which that phrase would be used.
Time past and especially long past.
Days of yore.
The grammar might have been off.
I was thinking days of yore.
But
okay.
Anyway.
Yesteryear.
Yeah.
I'll accept it.
You know what? I think anytime you insert the word "your" into a real sentence, you deserve some credit.
Some good boy points.
Yes, I'm gonna ask for some tendies later.
Yay, tendies! We do have to decide where. I guess we're gonna probably do Applebee's, huh? Late night apps.
Like, that kind of sounds exciting to me, but I think when we are done with this, it won't be 9 o'clock yet.
Oh, yeah, we might be hungry.
We might be super hungry, and we might go somewhere else.
Cool.
Yep.
As long as you're not feeling the late night apps too hard, then like I'm totally down to do somewhere else.
There's got to be something else, like something we haven't done in a while that would be interesting.
Yeah. Loco? The grinds?
Yeah. If they're open.
We haven't done the grinds in a while.
Let me see if they're open. They're probably doing some retarded Todd hours. You know.
Todd.
You know what I'm talking about?
Why, Todd?
Like every restaurant.
I just want to eat.
Every restaurant ever is like doing everything they always wanted to in the name of Todd.
Oh God! Tell them about the
so
place we went to in Seattle. This is so ridiculous.
Yeah, we were at Japanese.
It's our favorite place.
Yeah, Japanese sushi in Seattle, and
I love it.
They had added a rule that because of Todd, the maximum time you could spend at the table was 1.5 hours, which is
way more than it's a lot of time.
Right, but my point is, this is the thing that every restaurant since the dawn of time has wanted, which is to turn over your tables.
Yeah,
and
you want to get as many people in there to eat,
and it has absolutely nothing to do with Todd, because probably the fewer people in there, the more safe that would be.
Quote unquote safe it would be. Yes.
And then there's the companies that are like, oh, sorry, we're not taking returns right now because of Todd.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you just don't want to take returns.
You never wanted to take returns.
Right.
I literally have several items that I was unable to return during the early times of Todd, and just like, because receipts get lost, and it's just like it becomes so much of a hassle. And it's like, now I'm stuck with these items.
Yeah, people are just taking advantage of it to do like whatever they want.
It's I don't know. It's like, whatever. I'm not too bent out of shape about it, but it's silly. It's silly business. You really shouldn't be doing stuff like that.
Not if you want to stay in business afterwards.
Yeah, right? Because eventually people just will be like, well, I guess we won't go there then. No skin off my nose.
I like to keep the skin on my nose.
I'm surprised that we didn't get any facial sunburn while we were away.
Oh, on our vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had quite the peelies.
I had some shoulder peelies because I refused to use sunscreen like an idiot.
I know, it's...
You did you have any peelies?
No peelies. I did have a pretty gnarly sunburn, but it's pretty much gone now. And I'll be back to white in no time.
Yay.
But I like being tan.
I know. Well, it is a cultural thing, though. Like, white people want to be tan, and then like most tan people want to be tan people are like, white. Oh, or like other countries, like say Japan, they're like, oh, porcelain skin is like the best thing.
Oh, it's huge in Korea as well. It's like it's a big deal.
Yeah.
I think just having healthy looking skin is nice.
The
like
grass is always greener.
No matter like what your skin color is, it's like as long as it looks healthy, like it's fairly blemish free, well hydrated, like then it's pretty, as long as it's healthy.
Somebody just learned a skill called debilitate.
Let's take a look at that, shall we? We need to go to the status, I think.
Yes.
Maybe. Details?
Yes.
No?
No. Yes.
Who's?
Yes.
Who? Excuse me? Who learned debilitate? All right, we'll have to get in battle. Okay, so now you can see that this room has been, there's like something special about whatever this room is.
I guess so.
And then this is how we get to like the true entrance of the lighthouse.
Is it?
Yeah, it's sort of what I'm deducing, because Cradden has said, oh, this isn't the real entrance.
Right.
And then they ended up coming here. So I think they'd gone through this.
This is quite the puzzle.
Just ahead of us. Yeah.
This is quite the puzzle. All right.
But this is exactly what I was talking about.
Do you think you can do it now? Like.
Yeah. So if we start here. Can we talk to you? Yeah.
You who seek to climb the massive chest of the Venus Lighthouse.
Here your path shall not be. Yeah. So that was like, you have to go to the other place. And no, I don't want to with you guys, especially with the creepy goat guy. So I think we have to go south. And then west.
You think this is rooms?
I think these are rooms.
I don't know about that. I think this might be the other location that you went to. Know what I'm saying?
No. What do you mean?
There's like another, lighthouse thing that you ran over to. That's not here, right?
That's where we just came from.
Oh,
in the last episode.
I don't know anymore.
I know, it is all kind of rolling together at this point. We've been recording for a long time.
I know. We're trying a new thing where we're recording.
It's not even getting
like
late.
All of the episodes for the week in one day.
Like a big batch. We were doing like 4 or 5 episodes.
Yeah, but now we're doing like 8.
Yeah, we're gonna try to do 8 in one day
because
one recording session.
Fits in our life better that way. And we're not starting late anymore. We're starting at like 1 or 2.
And this was something we talked about several episodes ago now, that it's just like taking the initiative to pay attention to like what's bringing peace to your life and like making the kinds of choices that, encourage that lifestyle. So yeah, it's hard to record all in one day, but it also makes the most sense to do it that way. So
yeah, you get in a role and it's like starting up is kind of the hardest thing.
Yeah, getting rolling is hard. Once you do,
I think if we start early enough in the day, doing like 7 or 8 episodes in a day is not going to be. I mean, it's going to feel better than having to record on 2 days.
Yeah.
And like I said, there's kind of this like inertia that you have to create some inertia every time you start before you get into a role. So like once you're recording good stuff, then you kind of want to just keep going and get as much done out of that session as you can without stopping, because then it's just hard to get the juices flowing again if you stop.
Yeah. And I mean, it'd be interesting to see if the friendlies could kind of tell which episodes were the start of the session episodes.
Yeah, I wonder if there's some way they could do that.
Yeah, that'd be pretty funny actually. It's we can tell this one was a little rough.
We're recording these out of order. You have to.
Well, that's the thing. How they don't know how many we. Oh, well, I guess we're like back from break, so they're gonna be able to.
I think we gave it away.
Okay, well, in another circumstance, maybe. I don't know, dude. I'm just trying to make it fun. I'm trying to make it fun for the friendlies.
We record these backwards.
Yeah. And really, the gameplay. Whew.
Bitch, what's the best episode?
That's a wall. I thought that was a gap. Art style got me there for a second.
I think we all know that the best episode was the one where I told the 17-minute long story about me peeing my pants.
Obviously. If you disagree, let us know in the comments which episode was better than that one, but I certainly can't think of it. I'm gonna tell you straight up.
Tornado Boy?
Tornado Boy
seems like a thing.
Oh, he can't do tornado right now. That's a problem. I need to get what's his bucket?
Forgray.
Forge?
Is it like Forge? Yeah, Jorge.
Yeah, it is like that. That's a double.
Ooh, you're absolutely right. Oh, are we gonna get to? Is that another platform we're gonna drop? Sick.
Oh, I think you're right.
Interesting.
Dope.
I guess we just push it down into... Wait, which cavity? Oh, I see. There's only one we can do.
Yeah.
Foolish me.
Foolish human. All right. Back to those good old psynergy puzzles.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I see what I gotta do here.
We've been puzzling for a while now. We might be getting towards the end of this lighthouse.
Man, yeah, maybe?
Either that or we just wasted way too much time.
Well, that's the thing. Like, it's so hard to tell how long we've really been going because we had that little whoopsie with the recording.
I know.
So...
It's sad.
We're probably theoretically a little ahead of where we would have been.
Maybe. Yeah,
because I ripped through the first lighthouse portion.
You are correct, sir.
Because I'd basically done it all already.
Yeah.
But you got all the good commentary stuff, so that's what's really important. Really, what's important is that we talked about McDonald's. I did my obligatory shill for the golden arches.
Yes.
And
even though they're a bunch of big fat
even
dicks.
though they're probably a bunch of big fat dicks.
Bunch of fat. That sounds like a compliment. They're just dicks.
They're just you don't want to make it gratuitous. It's just dicks.
They're
simply dicks.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah.
How dare you, McDonald's? I loved you.
Okay. Now I feel like we've been too harsh. But,
really?
Well, I mean, we do love them. But you can love people who are dicks, right? Like, clearly McDonald's is a bunch of dicks, but we love them anyway.
Yeah, it's true.
So, both...
I mean, I love you, so...
Both... Hey, no.
Sorry, it took me a second. I was like, is this the joke I'm looking for? I don't know. All right.
Oh, boy. That's going for the low-hanging fruit.
Yeah.
Which is also where you find the dicks.
Yeah. Surprisingly enough, I shouldn't have used that here. That's not gonna.
No.
Yeah. I needed to do this and then scoot it down this way.
I see. We can get it over the
the nubbins
now.
The nubbins.
After all this time, we have the technology.
We have the technology. Why didn't they put this in the other sanctum, like the soul sanctum? Do you think they might have been, should have done that?
I don't know. It's as though this game. It's as though everything we have encountered was, meant to be encountered in some kind of sequence.
Oh, okay. We're gonna fight this chimera finally.
Okay, that thing is. It looks like. I mean, other than the fact that it looks like it's made out of plastic, it is pretty terrifying. That's pretty gross.
Oh no, it died.
Your gamepad is dead.
My gamepad died. Oh no. Oh no.
I guess we haven't gone this long before.
Yeah. Well, and then
Can you play this way?
We were actually taking breaks and stuff.
Oh crap!
So,
we're actually good on time now.
Are we good on time?
Yeah, because we have 5 minutes intro to add to this thing. I think.
Oh, it's like 3 minutes.
But yeah, we're good, and so it looks like we need to charge that gamepad.
Oh yeah, yeah. If I had it plugged in, it would have been fine. But because it wasn't,
this seems like a good stopping point.
Excellent, excellent stopping point. But we'll be back.
Yes.
Next time, and probably finish up the lighthouse.
Yeah, I hope so. We might even encounter. I think we might have a tussle with good old Satyros and Minardi. A good, rollicking time. Rollicking tussle.